Not only does Nvidia continue to try and cannibalize its own consumer base by putting graphics cards out of the reach of gamers, but now it's starting to irritate its board partners upon the release of the 4060 Ti coming out later this month. And at the end of the day, I think this is what is spelling the end of Nvidia's reign at the top of the market share leaderboard, and it might just very well spell the end for the company. Let's get into it. This discussion is all coming about after a videocards.com article came out about Andres Schilling's Twitter post about how a lot of Nvidia's board partners seems irritated about the launch of the 4060 Ti. And a lot of this stems from the fact that the 4060 Ti is not doing a whole lot to improve upon the 4060's design. Now, for those of you who weren't aware, the 4060 was a complete flop for Nvidia. It didn't offer enough power to justify the price that they were attempting to charge for it, which was about $400. Now they're coming out with the 4060 Ti, and they are touting the fact that it is coming out with 16 gigabytes of RAM instead of the 8 that it was getting crap for in its previous model. Now, the problem with this is the fact that all of the other components of this graphics card are staying the same in regards to what was in the 4060, now going into the 4060 Ti. All they did was increase the amount of RAM, which is not going to help all of the bandwidth issues that the 4060 was experiencing in the first place. Not to mention the fact that the price is going up another $100, and there's not a lot of margin in that for a lot of board partners to not only sell the card or market up the card, but the fact that they're adding 8 more gigabytes of RAM into the card, and that's not going to cover a lot of the costs necessary to cool a properly 16 gigabyte card, to do all of the things that they have to cut back on their margin to try and find a lot of different ways to make money on these cards. It's a main reason that EVGA got out of the graphics card market entirely, because they were tired of getting scammed in the margins by brands like Nvidia. Now, I've crapped on Nvidia all of the time on this channel because I tend to be a little bit of an AMD fanboy. My entire system is AMD. Would I buy an Nvidia graphics card if I could afford it? Yeah, they're great pieces of technology. But Nvidia in the last couple months, especially with the release of the 4000 series, is going so hard against the grain, against not only its consumers, which is pretty standard for graphics card companies, they just try and ream us for as much money as they can get, but they're going against their board partners so vehemently and so hard, and trash talking board partners when they leave in results like Nvidia or in EVGA. It just doesn't start to make sense for me. It doesn't seem like Nvidia is making solid, proper business decisions. They should be seeing all of the flack that they're getting and rework their entire roadmap so that they don't have all of this problem, because they can't just keep trudging through the shit and expecting us to not pile more on. And I just don't know where Nvidia goes from here. If they continue to irritate their board partners and make it harder for them to find margin by just adding 8 gigs of RAM randomly into their graphics cards, it's going to irritate them, and a lot of them might start pulling EVGAs and getting out of the Nvidia market or getting out of the graphics card market entirely. At the end of the day, this is not going to go well for Nvidia, especially with other great GPUs on the rise like Intel Arc and AMD 7000 series. They're both affordable, really well-rounded GPUs that are doing well for gamers, that gamers are enthusiastic about and want to buy. What is stopping board partners from not only jumping ship from Nvidia, but potentially going to work with one of those other manufacturers? I don't see where Nvidia's current trajectory is going to net it in 1, 2, or 5 years. It's not looking good. Now, if they decide to right the ship and do a little bit better, I'm sure Nvidia will continue to maintain its overarching market share in the GPU space, but I can't guarantee that I see it going anywhere than the way it's going right now, which is directly downhill. Let me know what you guys think in the comment sections down below. You can always check out our Discord as well, where we continue to have conversations about the videos that I make and all the tech that is just constantly going through my brain. But again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and go check out some of my other videos linked in the, what are they called? They're like tabs or keys, or I don't even know what they're called anymore, but go check out a video on my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.